Okay, this is part 3 of my Dungeon Defenders 2 guide, and we've gone through the basics and we've completed the campaign. Now the next step is to get to level 50. That's where the game really begins. And I've equipped a pet now because after you complete campaign you get a pet egg, so I'm going to go ahead and use just one of my random pets that I want to level. And I'll go into pets further in a later video when they're more important. But all you need to know for now is that when you find pet food boxes and you open them, you can go to your pet at this character and feed them. And when they hit and then you just want to get their affection level up by playing waves. So as long as you have a pet equipped and you're completing waves, your affection level will start to rise. And that's all you need to know about pets right now, just keeping them leveled up adequately. And we'll do more on them later. Right now you want to know your item level, which you'll see underneath the equipment all the way at the bottom left of this inventory screen. It'll say iPower 53. That's your item level. And that's determined by the iPower on the items you have equipped. That's important because it relates to the difficulty of these maps. So we're going to go free play hard, because that's the next step we should be on, is playing free play and hard, which should unlock after you complete campaign. And you'll see iPower range 100 to 115. That's the item power range of items that it drops. So like the items you find will be in that range. And the iPower on the right side, that's 70, that's the recommended iPower. And if it's green, you should be able to complete the level. If it's red, it'll be more difficult. And before we start anything, I forgot to mention this. Now that we're level 20, I'm level 22, you should be about that after campaign. You're going to want to go to your medium slot, and you're going to equip an experience bonus sphere. And you can buy that from the Grandmaster, which your quest line should have brought you to already. If not, she's over here. Grandmaster. And you'll scroll to medium, and you'll buy experience bonus sphere too. That's going to give you a 20, and you can equip another one at level 30. So when you can afford to buy a second one, go ahead and buy it. And that'll give you total plus 40% experience. And it's important because we're not really looking to optimize damage or anything with special spheres, we just want to level as quickly as possible. And now, if you see on the bottom right where it says daily bonus, like mine says number 2 win of the day, XP plus 50%. You're going to want to take advantage of these bonuses. If you see, like, the thumbnail for the map has the little daily bonus medal next to it, and it says XP. That's how you know the map is available for that. Like, Life Root Forest doesn't have one, so you wouldn't get a bonus for completing that map. So let's say I complete Gates of Dragonfall. When I win, I'll get plus 50% experience for the win, and then I'll lose one of those medals. It'll become grayed out like the first one on my list. And so, to make the most use of this, you're going to play 5 different maps in any given day. And normally what I do, the higher the map, the more experience you get, obviously. So my normal rotation is, I normally rotate Greystone Plaza, the Throne Room, the Ramparts. Actually, I'll start with the Ramparts because it's the lowest one. You want to finish with the highest level you can finish at, because that'll be the biggest XP gain. So I'll start with the Ramparts, Greystone Plaza, the Throne Room, and then I'll come over and do the Dead Road, and then end with Temple of the Necrotic. Because these two are the highest level range, so they'll give you the most experience for your last 2 wins. But because we're still kind of low level and we just want to obtain some gear to really get through this, we're going to go with the Gates of Dragonfall because it's so easy and so easy to set up. There's no real strategy behind it. And this is a great place to just quickly and easily get items. what I'm gonna do is basically just set up the map and then get my bonus, and I'll kind of check in between each level that I play and just show you what my experience is looking like and how quickly I level. And you know, in a day or two you should be able to hit level 50 doing this strategy. Maybe a little longer for your first character, but each character after that will really speed things up. And I'm still gonna stay with the ballistas, they're just too good. Especially on this map, there's these long stretches to where you can get a lot of time shooting stuff. And the range is so good that one ballista could cover 2 lanes like that. So I'm just really gonna clutter the map with ballistas, and then I'll spend the next 7 waves upgrading them until they're all about level 4 or 5. And it's a real easy map, a real easy strategy. And that's it. I'll check in after this one as I'm starting the next one, and we'll check my experience too. We'll just see kind of the gains we get. So I'm a little over halfway into level 22, and I got my bonus experience on. That's important. My character also has a lot of extra bonus experience from my other max level characters, but that's fine. There's nothing I can really do about that. Alright, so level 26 after that match, and I just kind of set aside some gear. It was all level 26 to 28 mostly, so I just set it aside. I'm only a couple levels away from being able to use a lot of it. So now we just need to level up once or twice more to really equip all this gear that we have. And so now we're gonna go to another stage just for some more experience. At this point, it's pretty much it's kind of preference at this point. You can just go maybe like the first 4 while you're still leveling up a little bit. But I think I have 3 wins left. I think I'll go ahead and do Greystone Plaza. And I'm gonna set up defenses on this gate lock because I don't want any other lanes opening. I just want to be able to just sit and watch my towers do the work. And if lanes start opening, then I'm gonna have to get involved with stopping them and plugging them up, and it'll just be a big hassle. So I'll block that. And there's another west gate lock here I'm gonna protect. I'll set up shop right here. It's a good line of sight right on the entire stretch up to the barricade. Or the barrier, whatever it is. And then we got a lane here. I think this lane will also become an aerial lane as well, so we'll get some aerial enemies here. And we got this here. This will be a good spot. You have this entire area to shoot on now. Just kind of aim your ballistas down there. And you can safely set them up away from where they're going to take enemy hits, because they can't get off that ledge there. And then we'll put this one right here, and we'll build at the top of this ledge, so we have a good line of sight on everything. And we'll just disperse some upgrades. Depending on how it goes after the first wave, I may or may not add more towers behind these barricades. We'll just see what happens. I'll kind of beef up these ones because I want these two lanes to take care of themselves, so I can stand back here and just kind of take care of two lanes at once with a lot of ease. I'm not really going to want to run around. I want my towers to be able to take care of it, so I can just be lazy about it. It's just I want the towers to level me up. And I'll check in after this one, and we'll go on to our next bonuses after this. last win of the day. So you can see it says super win of the day. It'll be plus 100% experience. So you want to make sure you have one of the higher level maps as your final win. And I'm just going to do Temple of the Necrotic. It's the last one that I have that's high enough level to be worth the experience. And I did Little Horn Valley, Greystone Plaza, the Throne Room, and the Dead Road. And now that you see the daily rotation for quick leveling, you should be able to just do this along with your daily quests. You should notice that you have daily missions every day. Those are a good experience reward. So just now that you know how to do this rotation, you should be able to level up to 50 within a couple of days playing casually. And I'll go ahead and end this now, and next time we'll talk about what to do once you hit 50 and enter the end game.